Hi, Shalom, everyone. I'm going to continue this series of the famous Rabbanim of yesteryear, and we've got one of the most famous rabbis from Croatia. It's his Hilula, his yahrzeit here on Daled Sivan, the 4th of Sivan, which happens to be today. His name was Rabbi Haim Yitzhak Musafia, one of the great rabbis from the old Yugoslavia, current Croatia, and was very great, and much can be said about him. He was born actually in English year 1760 and passed away on 1837, to be precise, the 10th of June, which happens to be Daled Sivan. So it's time of recording. It's his yahrzeit. He was one of the great 18th, 19th century rabbis from Croatia, respectively. And let's explore within regards to the great rabbis' history, because really it was very much great history. He was actually born in Jerusalem, and his father, I think, had many properties and made a living within regards to properties. And I believe these properties were situated, which his father had, was in Sarajevo over there. And he was only 13 years old. He would become a great rabbi, Rabbi Haim Yitzhak Musafia. There was a very big famine reported over in Jerusalem, and there was difficulty within regards to his father supporting the family over there. And unfortunately, troubleships had happened where the father passed away shortly afterwards. And him and his mother moved to Tiberias being one of the 4 holy cities. But I think over there also there was troubleships within regards to the famine that took place. And shortly afterwards, his mother also fell ill. So it was a lot of troubleships that took place. And I believe he actually went to Sarajevo to try and find his father's properties. And as he was looking over there, he actually travelled around, was very well travelled, and travelled to the city of Cappadocia, which is, I believe, situated, it's, I think, at some point in Turkey. And he stayed there for 2 years, was reported over, where actually at that stage in time, he studied under the auspices of a great rabbi, Rabbi Meir Marji, who was actually the rabbi of that specific area. And then later on, he sailed, I think, to Sarajevo, respectively, and found various properties there. But I think at that point in time, he didn't necessarily have all the bills proving the ownerships for all the things. So I think he had, with the assistance of Rabbi David Pardo, who was a great rabbi also, I think one of the great Croatian rabbis also, he passed away in 1790, respectively, issued a ruling confirming his ownership of the properties. And he was able to amass some wealth, which he sent some of it back, where I believe his sister had got married at that stage in time. And then shortly afterwards, he went to learn in the great yeshiva of Rabbi Moshe Pardo, respectively, who was really head rabbi, one of the head rabbis in Europe also. And later on, he got married, but he was actually, by the request of Rabbi Francis Ish-Peltaro, I think his name was, he was appointed the rabbi of the city over there. But after several years of the position, I think there was more troubleships where his wife had died, I think through a serious illness. And later on, he married another woman. Okay, and then after leaving, he was spending a tenure in this area, being the city rabbi in Išpaltro. I think he wanted to actually build a Beit Midrash in Sarajevo, respectively. And it was reported over that a big gvir, a very wealthy person of the name Eliyahu Hayon, actually wanted to sponsor it. But I think at that stage in time, as they were, I don't know if it was in the planning or they had started building at that stage in time, this great gvir, a very wealthy man, very kind man, Eliyahu Hayon, had passed away. So I don't think, so he wasn't able to necessarily build the yeshiva per se, which maybe they envisioned, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But he did remain in Sarajevo and was appointed one of the heads rabbis over there, respectively. And after he spent a tenure over there, he moved to Tadeisti, where he met many residents of the city of Išpaltro who fled the city, following which there was an epidemic over there that broke out in the nearby villages. They returned and appointed them as a rabbi there, and later on he returned to the city and was a head rabbi also there. So it was very well travelled within regards to his last years. I believe he passed away in the English year 1837. Yeah, it was that he passed away. The great, you can say, rabbi from Croatia and Bosnia, because he really was a great rabbi over there. What's interesting, one of his students was a famous Rabbi Moshe Danon, who was a chief rabbi later on of the Jews of Sarajevo, of current Bosnia, and he had a close relationship with Rabbi Eliezer Papo, the famous Peleoet, a great rabbi from Bosnia also. And he had a connectionship with in regards to learning and teaching. He had many great rabbis came to him and approached him with in regards to She'elot. I believe in the year he had consultation. I think Rabbi Abraham Eliezer Halevi was really great rabbi, and also the famous Hida Haim, the great Rabbi Haim Yosef David Azulay, also who we've spoken about also in great length in other shirim also. So let's explore within regards to the great rabbi's family over there. Most notably, he had sons that became rabbis, including Rav Abraham Chaim Musafia, who had the position of the heir of the city of Ispaltaro, which we talked about before, and actually published a book of his father Chaim V'Chesed and Chiber within regards to Sefer Tehillim, and also Rab Yoshua Shlomuel Ovadia Yedidia Musafia, also who wrote various from including the Leb Yehusha and the Sha'ar Yoshua and the Perush Al Yud Gimel Midot, which has to be pointed over. These are really great rabbis of the highest caliber in Croatia, some of the highest caliber rabbis in Europe. So let's look at the books which was published by him, or the realms of him, something that was connected to the same Chaim V'Chesed, which was put into two chalakim over there. There was a Kontros Chidushei Dinim LeRabbanei Yerushalayim Hakat Monim, which was also very great work. There was a Hilchot Brachot LeRitzvah also, which was brought, I think, at the end of the book of the Chaim V'Chesed, which we wrote down also. And I think some of these books had, or if not all of them, had a haskama from famous Rabbi Rab Avram Yonah and Rab David Pinto, and also different rabbanim, including Rab Yitzhak Pardo, famous rabbi we spoke to before, and the son of Rabbi David Pardo also, who really great rabbis. And there was another book that was written, was a Derech Haim, which was Drushim within regard on Musar, which was actually divided into two chalakim. Also, and the Maskil Le'itan, which was on Rashi, and the Ram on the Torah itself. And it's Hilula over here, the really great rabbi from the 18th century. Just to add on, he also did become an Ab Bet Din also of the congregation at Spalato at one stage also, which is a position apparently he held for 60 years. This was a phenomenal amount of time, if it's reported over. This was in the Split area in Croatia, respectively, which hopefully we can learn more within regards to that. He wrote, as I said before, the Chaim V'Chesed, which was published actually in Livorno, interesting enough, in the year 1840. There was discussions within regards to Jacob ben Asher's Arba Turim, which we've spoken about before also. And also just to add on that one of his sons that succeeded him, we spoke about before, he actually, of the area of Spalato, actually edited a responsa within regards to of the Gaonim also, which is very interesting, and he would pass away later on in the 1864. So this great Rabbi Chaim Yitzhak Musafia lived around 77 years. He passed away in the year 1837, so nearly 200 years, 187 years ago. To be precise, please don't forget to light candles in his memory of the great rabbi and learn more about him. So wishing you all a great day and take care.